Scrappy friends, I have a layout for you today. I know I've been kind of MIA lately, huh? I have been super busy, as we all are, but I scrapbooked a whole bunch last weekend, so now I've been working on getting a whole bunch of stuff edited and pictures taken so that I can share with you guys all the stuff that I did. So this layout that I'm doing is a challenge that I did that Megan, so Crafty Meggie, she has a challenge group, and this week they were doing a 15-minute layout challenge. So I thought that this would be fun and a fun way to like kind of try to get a quick layout done. I will say I failed tremendously because it took me a half an hour to do this layout. Though I am still very happy because a half an hour for me is pretty quick. I usually take a little bit more than an hour or closer to like an hour and 15 minutes per layout. So unless I'm not taping, and then I will take a lot longer. So right now I'm just kind of working on layers. To make it quicker, I'm using that cut file on the back. So I thought that having a cut file that I had already did ahead of time before I started the layout would definitely help. So, and now I'm just working on what I want to use for some layers. I'm trying to remember. I kept it pretty simple because one, I wanted the photo to be the main part. And also, that cut file is pretty busy, and with the cut file and everything, I just really wanted to keep it pretty simple. But I did want to think about the fact that there's lots of greens in my layout, and I wanted to add a little bit more blue because it was really sunny that day. And so my picture has a haze to it, which is actually really normal because in Hawaii, especially where I am, it tends to be pretty cloudy, and then we'll get this like haze from the fog. Well, it's not really fog, but it kind of is fog, but it's mixed in with the volcanic ash, so it has this, like sometimes the mountains get this haze. So that is why it looks a little bit hazier, even though I did keep it really light. Also, but I took that picture while I was on a photo walk. I've been taking Ali Edwards' Lens of Joy, which I have been having so much fun. Oh my gosh, I've been enjoying that class to pieces, and it's really helping me just kind of figure out what I want to say with my camera as I take pictures. So I've been taking tons of pictures, and one thing that I want to work on is just getting take really great landscape shots. They're really hard for me to take. I don't know what it is. I just feel like that sometimes that the depth behind them I don't capture as well. So these mountains are near my house and I can see them. And so I really tried to get a really open shot where there was lots of air. And actually I cropped it a little bit because there was a lot of grass also, but I just felt like that kind of took away from the photo. So that was one thing that I did that I think probably helped the picture better. I'm also using, to help make this be a little bit quicker, I also am using my hip kit. One of my hip kits. I think I may have mixed two kits together, but I know it's definitely February's kit, and there might be a little bit of March's kit in there too. And I did add a couple other things to it, but for the most part, that's what it is. So I'm just layering some of these tags and things. I do want to keep it fairly simple. Like I said, I'm trying to keep this layout pretty quick because it is a 15-minute challenge. Though kind of when I went over, and I think at this point I've went over the 15 minutes. Like I said, it took me a half an hour, but kind of when I went over, I was like, well, I'm just going to keep going because I still had more to do. And yeah, I wasn't going to just stop. And then I just kept my timer going so that I could see how long it took me after. And I'm just layering some stuff up at the top because I felt like it needed something else to have more of like a triangle type of thing to bring your eye around. And I knew that I would eventually be putting some journaling in the clouds. And I actually kept the journaling really, really simple, though it would, maybe if I had had more open space, I would have told more of the story about how I want to get better at taking landscape shots, but I could always use another picture for that. So I'm not too, even though this picture is really what I was trying to capture, and I could always add that to the back of my layout too. So if there's more I want to add, and that's one thing I do like to do. Like sometimes I want to keep it really nice and light on the front just because I don't want to take away from just the picture. So here are some close-ups of my layout, and there's tons of close-ups. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys maybe can think of ways that you can simplify your scrapbooking and just do little things to just play around and get your brain going. I think that this was a good way to jumpstart what I was doing. I actually did this one of the nights the other day just because I wanted to get a quick layout done because I hadn't scrapped much. So have a great week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.